Break Even Club episode, the National Edition. Boys, it's been a great show.
Oh man,
there's so much to talk about, but let's just get into this. Let's get our overall feelings. I'll tell you guys right now, I am Cloud9, super happy, ecstatic. Merlin,
I don't believe
how do you feel? How do you feel?
I'm lost for words, dude. It's just, God, after all the shows we've been to, I don't want it to end.
This isn't the Light of King talking, right? This is like...
No, baby.
No, notice how after he makes money, no more neck pain. No more neck pain, right?
Oh, shut it, man. Look, there's no patch.
You guys...
No patch. I can walk again, baby.
I tell you.
I can walk again.
It was psychological.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, I didn't know you're a doctor.
Yes. Well,
shut up. I can walk again, guys.
Brian?
Oh, man.
I don't want to end.
I'm exhausted. But I mean, this is what you're like. This is what you dream of, man.
Right.
Like, I mean, people say people talk about it, how deals are gonna flow, how busy it's gonna get, how different National is. Second time being a National, being a dealer. This time as a first time dealer, it's just a new ballgame. I've never experienced anything like this.
Let's talk about that. You're exhausted from day one, which was Wednesday, really, which is the preview day.
Yeah.
All the way to Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night, where we're filming right now. Yeah. It's been literally non-stop. Table, foot traffic, doing deals, people coming by, trying to work whatever deals we can. Like, did you guys get the chance to walk around, rest? I mean, like,
because I was here for you guys. Y'all showed up Wednesday, but I was here Tuesday night, and it was just dealer night. I was here with the show locator Donald, who was here that helped us get our booth.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Donald's the real one.
Yeah, thanks for the show locator.
Yeah.
And just on the dealer night or dealer day, I made several $1,000s just on dealer day, and that was awesome. And I got the chance to walk around on not only Tuesday but half of Wednesday, and that was awesome. That was incredible. So just on dealer day alone, that beat any other day at all these other shows that we've attended.
Man, it's crazy because usually we try to check in on each other because we're close, somewhat close. I mean, me and you
we were cheek to cheek.
No.
I know.
We're back to back, guys. Okay,
cheek to cheek,
back to back. But usually I try to check in on you guys, but it seems like when we get here and when the show doors open, I kind of black out, and it's like it's just like I'm in the zone the whole time, and then next thing I know, closing time, and then I finally turn around and be like, hey, how'd you do, right? Like we didn't get a really chance to check in on each other, so I don't know how you guys were doing. I didn't know if you guys left the table, how many deals you do. I know you got a big deal. You told me about that today.
Wait, which deal? Which big deal?
I sold my Star Wars We Are Bearing Gifts Superfractor 101.
Can you disclose how much, or?
Can I?
I think so, because I want to know who got the biggest deal so far.
$6,500.
65.
Oh, wow.
Single sale
today,
deal.
but
Cash.
just cash in hand. Yes.
All right. What's your biggest sale?
I mean, I don't really remember, but I think the $8,500.
Whoa!
No, but it wasn't cash though.
No, that doesn't count. Cash deal. How much cash? What was the biggest cash?
Oh, what was that? Cash trade?
Yeah, it was cash trade.
Okay.
Come on.
I think probably like a $3,000
$3,000. Okay.
What was that?
It was like a $3,000 sale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine was $5,300 so far. So you win. So
Okay,
far. So far, there's still a couple hours.
I didn't know we were having competitions, but
okay, it is.
And the thing was, it was in a war with DAP Sports.
Oh, so you did a bidding war?
Well, he was intending to come sometime this week. He's probably going to come tomorrow. So Dan made me do a courtesy call before that. So he had like 2 minutes because this was happening at the end of the day of the show. So I called him, and he called me like pretty much at 6:01 after closing. And he called me right after that, and he said, yeah, he goes, I probably wasn't going to do that big. He said, I was probably going to go about the 5,000 to 6,000 range.
Okay.
So thanks for calling me, buddy, but that was probably going to be the best offer.
Okay, so far Merlin has the biggest sale.
But thank you for calling.
That's great. Okay, let's talk about the vibe. How's everybody feeling about the vibe? Of this place?
Yes, great.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, Atlantic City, AC, I heard a lot of bad things about it. And really...
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, just like, there's nothing to do here, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just gamble, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
There's other words that they use. But I think it's actually I talked to Daniel about this. I think it actually plays to the advantage that this place is so hard to get to. The traveling, I had to fly into Philly. I think because it was so hard to get here, the people that actually got there, right, had intent to make deals, right? They're not playing around. And I think the vibes was like...
Because it's so hard to get to.
Because it's so hard to get to, it kind of weeded out.
You're committed.
Yeah, you're committed. You're not coming out empty-handed out from this show, right? We're going to do something. And I think the vibe was like, we're going to get a deal done. And I think it was amazing.
That's interesting because I think that we can all agree that leading up to the National, the vibes were not great.
No.
The market, the card market was down. Overall economy, investment markets are down. People talking, crap about cards and the hobby. Yeah. People complaining about, I have to go to Atlantic City. It's so far, it's so expensive. All that stuff. So people are saying, well, we're not going to go. We're not going to go. Yeah. We're going to sit this one out, blah, blah, blah. So going into the show, there was like a lot of negativity, which I'll be honest, I felt it too.
Did you really?
I was dragging my feet up until the point where we knew we were going to have vendor tables.
True.
I was almost ready to bail. I was almost ready to bail on this trip just because I didn't think it would be worth it. Okay.
Are you being serious?
Yes, especially given what happened in Toronto, Chicago.
Yeah, but me too. But you were literally thinking about not going to the National.
If we didn't have a table and we were just walking, if we were just walking, probably.
I think that's cat, but okay.
I don't know. Cause
I think Jay just talking a big game.
I don't know. I was losing my mind.
I think you have too much FOMO to do that. Okay.
But I don't know. I was agreeing because I was losing so much money at these last shows, and it was costly.
Yeah. So going into the National, I wasn't super excited until we got a table, and then luckily Dallas was very good. And that kind of gave us a little momentum coming in. But still, I didn't know what to expect, right? Yeah. Everybody was saying, cards are way down. Nobody's going to spend money. But when I got here and I saw the excitement of everybody,
right?
It was like some type of like family reunion or class reunion where you're seeing people that you haven't seen for months or people that you interact with online. You see people that you watch, content creators. You see famous people within the hobby industry, professionals. You see the production of everything. It's like, damn, this is serious, right? And then right from the start, people are motivated to do deals, buy, sell, trade, all day long. It was great right from the start when I got here. So I definitely that's the vibe that I'm catching. How about you?
So true, man. The energy is intense. It's great. It's just so positive. It's just the energy's in the air. It's just what you want to feel. It's definitely what you want to feel. It's what we've been waiting for. It beats Chicago, Toronto, everything.
I'm sorry, Merlin.
What?
You're so funny, man. Yeah.
Why is that?
You're just like throwing words out there.
I know, I'm throwing so many words. But it is. It's like
it's just you can't describe it.
Basically. You can't describe it. No, it's just like it's incredible, dude.
You got to be part of it to really understand it, right?
It's beyond. I mean, because it is. It's beyond the words, man.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the level of hobbyist here, right? Because like a lot of shows we go to, they're like local shows, right? Where you get a lot of people that kind of just come for fun, or entry level collectors, or people who don't spend a lot of money. I feel like the people here, the vendors and the people that come here, they're like on the highest level of the hobby. You get the best cards here. You get the people making the best, putting down serious money for deals. It's like this is the big show for everybody in the hobby. This is what everybody looks forward to. Like the best of the best people come here, right? The best flippers, the best people with the best collections, the biggest wallets. Everybody's here, and you have to like step up your game when you deal with these people. You know what I mean?
I agree. But I will say there's still people that were going there for with a little not like crazy about money. But it was much easier to sell though. Like for example, people were still buying $100 cards, $150 cards. Like
that's true. That's true.
Like it was just like instant, right? But like, I mean, we were in Chicago. I'm like, Dino was right there. I'm like, some people trying to trade down from $100 card. Right. I'm just like, what am I doing right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
what's the craziest deal that you've done? Not cash wise, but like, what's the craziest like type of scenario that happened to you so far?
I mean, 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Is that what you're leading about that?
Yeah.
I'm not beside you this
crazy.
time. So what was that?
Yeah, Merlin. It's so funny, Merlin. Merlin was about to kill me the day we were next to each other because like people were like lining up in your booth and everything like that. So sorry about that. This
guy has had a line. People have been waiting in line to see him like like they're paying their respects to him. Like,
Yeah,
20,
when I look over my shoulder, I noticed that.
Why you say that like that?
Like waiting 20, 30 minutes in line to talk to this guy.
You should charge tickets.
I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's like he's the only soccer dealer here. He's got like a whole line of people, like 5 rows deep, dude. Non-stop. It's crazy. What's going on here?
No, I think so. With soccer, it's so hard to find soccer cards in general, and the thing is, the community, people coming from all over the world, right? We're so spread out, and I was just one of the few people that had soccer cards and everything like that. And yeah, like I would do the same thing for any soccer card table. I would literally just wait because it's worth it, you know.
Okay, I know you're gonna say your craziest deal was the back, but I think one of his craziest deals that I watched was he did a deal with a dude that didn't speak English.
Oh shit! That's so true.
All they did to negotiate was use Google Translate.
Dude, that's so true.
What?
I completely forgot about the deal. You
what
know
language
they're
were
like,
they?
They're like
What
showing each other whatever.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish.
I should know
you know
Spanish.
Spanish.
I should know Spanish because I'm from Florida, but
Okay, you're right.
but yeah, this guy, I met him at trade night, and he has a phenomenal Messi collection. Man, shout out to Jesus. Man, I remember talking to him at trade night, and I'm like dead at this point. You know, it's like midnight. We're just trying to go translate about this Messi card and everything. I said, hey, let's just meet tomorrow, something like that. No Espanol, whatever. I had a translator actually at trade night, and then he comes through again, and then. Yeah, like he had an asking price. I was really surprised that he actually took my offer. But that was one of the funniest things because there was a point where I wasn't sure if we're on the same page. So I had to like clarify again on Google Translate to make sure we were on the same page. Because at one point I thought he wanted like 5 different cards plus his cash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, we gotta make sure my pronouns and everything like that.
Complicated.
It was getting complicated, but we sealed the deal and everything like that. But I completely forgot about that.
That was a crazy thing to watch. I was like, why are you typing so much? Like, I didn't know that the dude.
And the Wi-Fi's not working. You know, the Wi-Fi's not working.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's another thing.
We'll
talk about that.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that next.
And you weren't using the $80
No, I wasn't.
We'll talk about that next. But let me tell you guys about my craziest deal.
What's your craziest deal? Yeah.
So this dad, walks up, old man, and a really young kid, about 13 years old.
This guy.
They walk up to me, and the kid's like, "Hi, hi, how you doing?" Acting all innocent, so I'm nice to him. I'm talking to him.
Acting all innocent. Come on,
right?
Oh, innocent.
Yeah.
How are you framing this up?
And then he's like, "Oh, that's cool car, whatever." And then he asked me about my PMGs. I got 2 PMGs on my table, Jordan and a LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jordan, I have at 6.5. LeBron, I have at 6.
Yeah.
So he's looking at the LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's like, "Oh, that's really cool." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I wasn't taking him seriously because he's he's a little kid.
Right?
He's 13 years old. Okay, and he's like, "Will you take offers on this?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I start looking at his dad. I'm like, "Is this for you, sir?" And he's like, "No, it's for my son." So I said, "Okay." So I'm playing along. I'm playing along.
Okay.
Whatever. I'm like, "Yeah, it's $6,000, kid." And then he's like, "Let me look at it." He's looking at it. He's saying, "Okay, and then, this and that. Okay. What's the best offer you can have?"
What's your worst offer?
Right? What's the best offer? And since he's a little kid, I'm not playing around with him, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tenderize the kid. So I say, "Okay, it's $6,000 for you if you really want it. $5,000, right?" I give him $1,000 off.
Wow.
I was motivated. That was like my best offer on that, and because I was motivated to move to LeBron.
Yeah.
This little bastard fleeced me. He goes around. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." He puts down the LeBron. He picks up the Jordan, which is 6.5, which is the one I want more.
Yeah.
The one I like more in my collection.
Yeah.
He's like, "Would you give me that discount on this?" I was like, "What just happened here?"
Man, that is some next level stuff.
Yes, he did a switcheroo on me, and I was like, "I don't know about that." He's like, "Well, if you do it, then I'll take this card instead." Okay, so of course at that time I realized I'm going against a pro.
Yeah,
here.
you are getting a plane right now.
So then all bets are off. So then I counter and I tenderize him a little bit, and I go at 53, right? Thinking, I don't know where this is going. Meanwhile, Dad doesn't say anything. I said, I'll take 53. And he's like, "Deal." Okay, and then he looks at his dad, like his dad is like the money.
Payroll.
Dad literally pulls out a bag of money. Not a wallet or anything like. He pulls out a bag of money, stacks like this high. Okay, must have had like 50 grand.
This really happened?
Yes.
You never told me.
Yes.
When this happened?
Yes,
when?
I got it on tape.
When?
2 days ago. And
you
then,
never told me about this.
Stacks must have had like 50 grand, and I was like, "Oh shit, this kid just got me."
What?
He probably would have paid like 6 grand because I wanted 6 grand for the Jordan, but he fleeced me.
Oh my god!
So that was the craziest deal I saw the whole time, and now I know I don't trust little kids anymore, dude.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just thinking like you and a little kid just
Yeah.
trying to
Oh my
negotiate
god!
each
Yeah.
other.
I wish I could.
He got me.
Was this on?
I
Did
got,
you
on
record
camera.
this?
I got on camera.
I can't wait to see reaction
got
on
me.
your face.
He got me, and then that's when I realized, like, that's what I'm telling you. The level here is big. There's
Oh
sharks
my
here.
gosh!
And the sharks come in all
Oh my
sizes.
gosh!
All sizes.
Oh my gosh! The
all
curator
ages.
got like
Yes.
tenderized by a little
All
kid.
ages.
Oh my
I
gosh!
did too, man.
Okay.
I did too.
What about you?
I'm glad that didn't happen to me, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you have a crazy deal? What's your craziest deal so far?
You were far away from us.
No, I didn't. Nothing happened.
Nothing. Everything's normal for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's lucky.
Everything normal in Merle World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one treats Merle World like that.
Okay,
No one
so-
puts Burley in the corner.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about
Nothing like.
let's talk about
like
the
you
Wi-Fi
said-
issue here because
Yeah,
I think
the Wi-Fi.
I think this is really important. The Wi-Fi and the reception here are terrible.
Yeah, it's
and
horrible.
It's forcing people to adapt because they can't easily check on comps. And
Yeah, that's so true.
that's affecting how people negotiate. What's your experience with that?
Yeah, that's no one can do it. So everybody's just is having to do the honor code.
Interesting.
Yes,
Right? Like
so true.
Like
Ah.
But I the last 2 days I ended up paying for it, so I've been having to do it. And then when I've been wanting to be sneaky, really sneaky, I guess I don't have Wi-Fi.
how much you pay for Wi-Fi?
$80.
$80 a day.
Except when I don't want to check the comps.
$80 a day. Okay. What about you?
The Wi-Fi doesn't work
how have
anymore.
you been handling it?
I can't with Merlin. I mean, it was working like for bits and pieces, but that's why there was a 20-30 minute wait.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't get a fucking comp. And then at one point, I started like just making like, just brashful moves, right?
Yes, yes.
I was like, hey, let's just buy it, and then we'll see what happens. I trust you.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, that bit me in the butt. So
Interesting how like you had to be able to adapt. It's like
Yeah.
it's like going back in time, to when people didn't check comps,
I can't imagine people doing that, man.
right? You have to kind of like know the market on a card and be able to appraise it
I
yourself.
feel like you have to start judging a little bit if that happens,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it, but yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, I've dealt with it, but luckily a lot of my cards are like one of ones and things like that, so they don't really
so
need to
cool.
comp out, So it's more like just me negotiating with them, and they're looking for like comparables and things like
Yeah.
that. But definitely, I think it's actually helped facilitate deals because people aren't like second guessing themselves.
That's true. It
doesn't-
is true.
It's not slowing down
Yeah.
the negotiations or the deals. It's a lot. It's going a lot quicker because of that. So for me, I think it's a plus.
Honor
No,
code
so-
actually makes
so
sense.
true.
Honor code makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
People were really honest, like, hey, this is how much I paid for it,
Right.
right? Which is something that you kind of don't want to talk about, but
No, what did I talk about all the time? Cost basis, right?
Yes.
And yes, a lot of people saying,
I was gonna say, you talk a lot. I don't know.
yeah, a lot of people are asking that question, how much are you into it for?
Yeah.
Right? And then they're kind of like saying, okay, you can make a little bit of money here, there, whatever, like that, right? So I think that's been pretty cool so far, and I think that's helped a lot.
Yeah, it's been crazy just because like I remember like people just telling me like how much they paid for a certain item and you can't really go against the comps. You can't go against like too much on the ticket price as well. So
Yeah.
it's like it worked out for everybody. So
What
I'm
do you-
not sure where I went with this.
What do you guys think about how this reflects on the health of the hobby, the health of the market? Because people who aren't here, they don't see this. They're gonna talk shit. They're gonna say the market's down, the hobby's down.
Well, that's
blah,
why I
blah,
was
blah,
worried
right?
about I was worried about how sales were going to be this week,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad to see that sales were great this week.
Does this give you
Hope.
more confidence
Yes.
in the hobby?
Yes.
I agree. There's more. There were actually collectors.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Which was really cool to see. Like,
People are buying what they like.
yes.
That's interesting, okay? Because I've been talking about this for a while, how the hobby, the community needs to shift from a flipper mindset into a collector mindset.
Mhm.
And then that will protect a lot of people from getting burned on some of these investments. So you're seeing more of that now. You're dealing with more collectors, huh?
Usually, yeah. More
Yes.
so than I see, because when soccer's still emerging, right?
Yeah.
Just like how you guys are still dealing with emerging markets, you're getting a lot of people that are like trying to buy it and hoping for it to go up. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's part of the game. But overall, though, there are people actually trying to collect.
Well, I want to go back and I want to tell you because that I did have that incident where I did sell that Prism refractor, that Kurosawa
Mm-hmm.
at trading night. I had it priced at $1,000, and that kid, I sold it to him for $750. And then next day, he goes to our booth, and Dan's right next to me, and he tries to sell it to Dan for $850.
Did you buy it?
No.
No.
So that is my incident.
Okay.
Right there.
All right. Well, I will say for me personally, I've dealt with more collectors this weekend too.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
Because I've never sold so much wrestling cards as I have sold this week. It's crazy.
You know
how much
what-
wrestling cards.
You know what's cool? Like, I don't know if you experienced. Have you guys sold multiple cards to people on different days?
Yes.
Like I've been selling.
Yes.
I've been selling like Star Wars cards to people, building out their collections. Then they come back. They tell me they really like it and they want to get more and more. So I'm getting like repeat customers within the same show.
I have sold Star Wars and wrestling cards multiple times to the same people.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy out here.
Pop culture cards to the same multiple people.
I would say like my personal opinion is like based off of this is like the hardcore group of people that come to these shows. Mm-hmm. This is the true collector community. Based off of this, I would have a lot of confidence in where. I bet
Brian doesn't see that because he just sells soccer cards.
Well, he's within his.
You and I sell like pop culture.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in the hobby in general.
Yes,
just cards, right?
Yeah, but it's crazy when I sell like other cards to multiple different genres to the same people.
Yeah. People are just building out their collections.
Mm-hmm. I was just saying, I don't get repeat customers. Maybe they don't like me, you know.
Because he takes advantage of them in the deals. You know what I mean?
Is that what you do?
But overall, I think it's pretty cool. Like, I know people who aren't here, they're gonna like not be able to see this, but this is what we talk about all the time. Like, this is why you gotta come to shows. You can't just always interact online and things like that. You gotta come here and be able to see things with your own eyes before you watch content online.
Facts.
That may give you like a negative overall opinion about the hobby.
You have so much fire in you.
Yes. I'm pumped, dude.
Like you have so much fire. Like wow.
That's another thing I know y'all have because I'm have the less fan base versus the two of you all, but I've been super busy talking to the fan base and them I have so many presents from people. And so I'm sure you all have. If I have, then I know y'all have.
Yeah, the presents too.
And just talking to people how I've inspired them. So I know if I've heard it, I definitely know y'all have heard it.
I want to get into that next, okay? But my last bit about this topic here is I just want to say like this is giving me a lot of confidence in where the market's going because going into the show I was thinking, oh man, maybe I should just like cash out on these cards.
Oh no, that's right.
I might have to. You guys were.
I might have to.
That's so true.
I might have to retire.
I know you're talking about that. I know Brian's heard that from us.
I might have to get out of the game, but now I feel more comfortable because now I feel like we are starting to evolve as dealers, as vendors in the hobby here. So
yeah, I know Brian has heard that from us
so
from the
many
past
times.
two shows.
Man. I was just like, you guys gotta relax, chill. Because listen, at the end of the day, yes, there are some outside variables that we're dealing with, the economy, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's cyclical. Summers are slower. Summers are slower.
Brian's heard that from us so many times.
I think just like people evolve and get smarter about what cards they buy and what cards they invest in, I think we have gotten smarter about what shows to travel to.
That's true.
What inventory to bring to these shows. So I think we're at a pretty good level. But let's talk about the fan base. I mean, that's another thing that's really great about this. We've met people from literally all over the world.
All over the world.
Let's
people, emphasize that, definitely.
Like people keep coming up to him saying, "Oh, we love his content. It's making me sick, dude." This like we love your content,
cheek,
Yeah,
butt to butt.
Every time people coming up to me, he's hating on me for things like that. But
that's why I had to get away from y'all. I needed my own space.
It's crazy, right? People are coming up to us, taking pictures with us, giving us gifts. It's awesome.
Yes.
And I feel like humble by it.
Right.
Like all the hard work that we do to make content on a daily, weekly basis. I feel like people are really appreciative of that, and they're showing it here at the show, which is super cool.
It's like validation, right?
Yeah.
Because you put a lot of work as a content creator. I mean, most content creators, regardless if you're a bad content creator or like negative content creator or a positive content creator, like I respect all content creators because it takes time and effort to put this out. And I think when you have people that come up to you and say thank you, I just dropped my phone. It's kind of like just a validation, like hey, all this hard work that you don't see behind the scenes, right? Or like how to make the sausage, you would say. Just learned that phrase by the way today.
Oh really?
Yeah. But it's worth it. So.
I got to share with you guys a couple things that kind of like really touched me in terms of my experience here. It's like bunch of little kids came up to me, wanted to take pictures of me.
Mhm.
You know, they watch my content, watch my videos.
They didn't say they want to be like you, right?
They did. They did. They looked up to me. They looked up to me. But they wanted to take pictures with me and things like that. I thought that was super cool. And then another friend of mine, Adam, he basically came up to me and said, you know, I know that you've had a couple down shows because I've been like joking that I'm going to retire, right?
But you weren't joking.
I've been joking. I've been joking that I was going to quit. And he like seriously, he came up to me very sincere and he's like, you know, I hope that you had a really great show because I think you're really good for the hobby, the community, with the content, the message that you put out there. So I hope that you continue to go forward. And that like made me kind of like took me back a little bit. Like I'm like, oh shit, like the stuff that we do is impactful and it helps build the hobby, build the community. You know? So I thought that was super cool.
It sounds silly, right? But like it touches.
Yeah, people
appreciate this stuff. Like what we do is bring us a certain level of entertainment and a certain level of information to people. A lot of people, I'm sure you hear this too, a lot of people say, oh, I listen to your stuff, you know, when I'm at work or I'm sorting cars or whatever, I just put it on the background and I listen and I learn from you and this and that. And when they approach it at the show, it's like almost like they know us already, right? They act like, hey, what's up, man? Like they know us even though they never met us because they watch us so much. I think that's super cool.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm pivoting this, and I don't know why I remember this because somebody that we have never met. He was one of the first followers ever for like my social media channels and everything like that. Finally got to meet and everything. Subbed his cards, pulled like a name or auto for him, met his kid and everything like that. It was amazing. Which was another funny thing. This is probably the craziest part. Were you there?
Where?
When my PSA slab
I heard. I didn't see it, but I heard like I heard you guys messing with it.
So we put it in a protector. It's not slab mags.
Should have been slab mag.
Okay. We put in a protector, right? And the kid tried. I don't know how he put it, but the force was so heavy, or like he was like yanked it out. The whole entire PSA slab just snapped in half.
Oh yes.
It was like perfectly snapped in half, and the card was like just sitting outside.
Well, there goes our PSA sponsorship. Just point that out.
And it was so crazy, but yeah, we snapped it back. But that all goes to say that it's really cool to meet people that you've been talking for years. Like these guys I've been talking to for years and years, and to actually meet them and say, man, you remember that time? Yeah, remember that time? Like we were buying this car for this type of price, you know? Yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Let's talk about like I don't know if you guys had I think we all had a little bit of time to kind of walk around.
Yes.
The production level at this show is on another level.
Yeah.
Like there is these corporations that came in, these big businesses like Whatnot, Golden, all those guys, they put a lot of money in their displays. Yeah. Did you see that kind of stuff? And to me, not only is that really cool because that makes the show more interactive and things like that, but that just shows me the confidence that these companies have in terms of investing a lot of money. And I've heard a lot of people that have been talking to the top high people, the industry professionals and leaders, that there's a lot more to come in the hobby. So that makes me excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not have like a circus?
I know they had like they basically built a boardwalk and with all of these games and things like that.
And Zero Cool with the Stranger Things set up and everything.
They've had so many celebrities, so many giveaways. I really wish I had time to really walk.
I know. I wanted Stranger Things pack. I never could get it.
Yeah. We've been so busy.
They had a line a mile long to get those promo packs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay. So I feel like this has been the accumulation of a year's hard work. Because I met you at the National last year. That's the first time we met at a trade night. Okay. You were we had known each other a little bit.
At shows.
Yeah, but we were both at the National. We were all at the National last year. We were all walking, basically, okay? You didn't even bring cards. You were just interviewing people.
Yes, that's right. I had too much stuff going on.
Yeah, but we all were like, basically, very, very beginner level last year.
Yes, we were.
And we put in a lot of hard work in terms of building content, traveling to shows, flipping cards, doing all that stuff. And I just feel like we made it, guys. Like, we're made men here at the National. We had prime booth space. We made money. People came up to us. We have great reputation. People know us. It's just like, it's complete validation for all the hard work.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle, guys. Full circles, and I feel pretty proud of it. I think we should definitely pat ourselves on the back.
We've come a long ways.
Yeah,
definitely.
Sure. No, I was in.
It seems like years ago.
It really is, and it's funny they talk about the National. How last year was like we first met and everything like that, and we had no idea 1 year from now.
Right.
We're so close to you. You know what I mean? Like, no, we literally physically were like, cheek to cheek.
Right.
Like literally.
Back to back.
Anyway,
back to back.
David hates that. He hates saying that.
Arm to arm. Yeah,
No.
basically.
I look back and I see y'all's cheeks to
cheeks.
cheeks.
But it's alright. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be a t-shirt, guys.
The most
cheek to cheek.
Oh my gosh.
Between two cheeks.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh,
But no,
gosh.
I would say the most rewarding part about National, like, I talk to people about this, like, it's all about the deals, and one of the biggest things I wish I did more
What?
is the relationships, right? Like, really meet some of the people that you're going to meet that we have no idea today. A year from now, we'll probably get even closer, and we're probably going to be doing business, because like, a lot of my connections from now, from my business, came from the first National. Yeah. So I can't wait to see a year from now what that little interaction you have with that one person turns into.
That's interesting, because there's probably people here at this National that are where we were last year.
Yeah.
And if they can stick it out and grind like we have for the whole year, who knows what level they'll be at next year, you know? That's really cool. I think it's pretty interesting. Okay, let's kind of wrap this up with, where do we go from here, guys? Like, where do we go from here? What are your thoughts going forward for the rest of the year? What are your goals? Merlin?
Merlin, you go first.
Just keep going, keep getting bigger. Just have fun, have a lot of fun, enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
Don't stress out. And I just want to enjoy more with you guys. And let's evolve into something more special and bigger. And that's it. Just keep evolving.
I think that's a good point. Like, we are constantly evolving. We're constantly striving to get to the next level. I think now we're in a groove where we kind of know what shows work, what schedules
almost definitely.
What schedules work for us, what cards and inventory work for us. Yep. We're in a position where if we need to, we can pivot and adapt to the marketplace. Yep. So going forward for the rest of the year, I mean, I think that we will. For me personally, I'm just going to continue to build on really good quality inventory. Be very selective about the shows that I go to in the future, and just kind of try to enjoy the process and the hobby more so than I have in the last few months, where I've been very stressed.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm chewing gum, which is bad, but super rookie move. But for me, though, I really am wondering, you know, this environment, what are the possibilities? How can I foster an environment like this and bring it to West Coast, right, or wherever.
He's a promoter now. That's right.
No, it's more like just building a community, right? Like, you know, we're gonna have a soccer trade night later on. How can we do more of that, right? Because I feel like there is a responsibility where I'm in soccer cards, that I need to keep doing this, keep building communities, because that's the lifeline of the hobby when people are connecting.
Let me add to that, because that's very, very interesting that you bring that, because I'm currently trying to do that. Me and Merlin are trying to currently do that with Star Wars community.
Yeah, right. I think you should.
And what I've learned this past year, especially with our experience when we're very heavily into Marvel, is that if you try to build value into cards based off of profit first or flipping mentality, it crashes hard.
Oh, facts, yeah.
But if you try to build value into cards by building a community that supports those cards and will continue to support it, then that's when you get something really special to happen. And I think that's what you're doing with soccer. That's what we're trying to do with Star Wars right now, and it's working. It's working. Yeah, for sure. So I think that's pretty exciting. That's probably something that we're going to be focused on for the rest of the year too. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's a lot more enjoyable. Yeah. Too, for the process.
Yeah, and one thing I want to add is, like, you guys, like, I'm really happy for you guys. Seriously, like, I know it's been pretty tough. And, like, no matter, regardless of what was going on, you guys still pushed through, and you guys pushed me to the limits as well. And I just want to say, you know,
I think we all support each other, even though we come from different backgrounds. We have different interests and things like that. Like, we all basically
same goal.
Work together towards that common goal. Yeah. And it's worked out, and I'm really glad that I've been able to connect with you guys over a few months, because if I didn't have this type of support system, I wouldn't be here. Honestly, I wouldn't be here. And I don't know if you guys would either, right? So it's great. It's great that we were able to link up early in the year and commit to being basically road dogs, basically, and going to shows together,
definitely
making content together, watching out for each other, because it's made the process easy, and especially when we've been down at different times, we've held each other up, and we've basically dragged each other to this point. right?
Yep.
And I think now we can enjoy the rewards of that.
100%.
Yeah. So
It's definitely been a year of experimenting, trial and error. And what I'm very appreciative of this weekend is that nobody came and beat us up.
yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, we had a couple scares.
Yes.
What are you guys doing out there?
We had threats.
Yeah, the trolls. The trolls.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Anyways, but no.
So all the lovers came and no haters, and we did. One hater came and apologized and said now they love us.
Yeah.
So we're happy of that. And they apologized and said, they
I've had
apologized.
nothing but positive experiences out here.
Now they love us now. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
The thing is, like, if I don't want to keep going tangent, but like, I really
Yes,
want
it's
to
okay.
talk about this. It's like, I talk about this all the time with like my guys that work with me in soccer cards. Like, it's okay if someone doesn't like my content and if
Yes,
they don't
of
like
course.
me, right, for whatever reason, because they don't know you,
Mhm.
right? But when they actually meet you guys, right, they see what you guys do off the camera, giving cards to kids, not videotaping it, which is nothing wrong with it. That's what matters, right?
Video camera wasn't on.
God
damn it.
Yeah, you didn't press record. You weren't, actually unrecorded because I knew you were going to use that. No, but honestly, the stuff that they see behind the scenes, right? When they realize that, it's really hard for them to justify why they don't like you or your content, right? So I think that's super important that a lot of people got to see.
Yeah.
Really. And I'm really happy because I know anything with emerging markets, right? There's greed. When there's greed, the market goes up. And when there's greed, there's going to be a crash, right? And they'll point fingers.
Yeah.
And and when you're the voice,
Right.
it's easy to point
Right.
fingers, but it's not really the truth. So
I appreciate that. I
Yes,
appreciate
thank you,
that.
Brian.
Well, I'm excited to see where we go from here. I hope that
Me
we can.
too.
I hope that we can do this next year too,
Yeah, right.
wherever it is. That we can sit down and we can reflect on what happened the previous year and just continue to keep building on everything that we're doing right now.
yeah, I want that middle kiosk like tops. That'd be pretty cool.
We'll get there.
Oh my God, right?
We'll get there.
We'll be in the corporate booth area.
Yeah.
That'd
one
be
day.
great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
And shout out to Donald Show Locator for making this happen.
Yeah. Appreciate Donald so much. All right, guys. Let's wrap it up.
All right, thank you all so much. Thanks, guys, for making this happen. Wonderful weekend.
Roll sound. Rolling.
What episode is this?
We just call it the
Let's call it.
National
Okay, this is the Break Even Club, the National Convention. Take one. Okay, Brian. Take one.
That's on the bloopers.
Oh my
Blah, blah, blah.
Bro, Merlin, you're so extra, man.